Welcome everyone to another edition of Morgan Dollar Mondays with Massabesic Gold and Silver. I'm Dean with Massabesic Gold and Silver, and today we've got a real treat. We're going to be looking at two raw Morgan dollars, both from 1879, but one is from the Philadelphia Mint and the other is from the San Francisco Mint. Both of these coins I bought raw on eBay. These were relatively inexpensive coins, and the grades are a little bit lower than the typical slabbed coins that you have seen here on our channel. The first here is the 1879 Philadelphia with a mintage of 14,806,000. This is just a nice example. I was able to get this fairly cheap, and I've just kind of liked having it in my collection in just an airtight. The second here is the 1879 S. There's a mintage of 9,110,000 of these. Another great example, a little bit higher grade than the other one. But let's first look at the 1879 Philadelphia. These coins are readily available in all grades. This is a nice BU coin. Probably, I kind of go back and forth. Somewhere between MS62, maybe MS63. But it's a nice coin. I really enjoy having it. I think it's been dipped quite a few times. You can see the luster kind of disappears here in certain angles, but overall it's a nice coin. Again, this is an easily upgradable coin. This is it's a very much a common date. You can find these pretty much anywhere, coin shops, coin shows, eBay, really anywhere. But I do like this example. I like the little toning around the edge. And to me, it doesn't really have a ton of distracting spots, but as we get closer here, you'll see that there are quite a few, bag marks here and there. Somebody said to me it's a nice choice coin. It is. It's probably MS63, like I said, maybe a little lower to that MS62. I just don't think the luster is there for it to be an MS63, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a professional grader. I'm still learning about grades with these and on different types of Morgans, but you can see that there are quite a few hits here, especially on the cheek and in the fields, especially right there just below her eye and above her eye. There's quite a few hits. But again, I like the little kind of toning that amber toning. It is a nice strike. Bowers in the Red Book talks about that there are a variety of strikes from weak to strong. And he says too that the luster can be a little different, but overall, like I said, the luster should be fairly nice on this. And it is. It's not bad, but I suspect this coin has been dipped quite a few times in the past. On the reverse here, you can see that there continues to be some hits. Let me get a better angle here. It's just it's not a bad coin, but again, it's not going to be it's not going to be an MS64 or MS65. Let's put it that way. Just looking here though, this is just really I like the toning, kind of that halos, the halo toning around each letter. It's just kind of nice. I will say the strike, or sorry, not the strike, but there's less hits on the reverse here, but again, I still think that this would probably fall in that MS62 to MS63. Again, maybe I'm being a little too hard on this coin, but to me, it's a nice coin. And again, I picked it up on eBay a number of years ago. This is one of the first Morgans I bought, and I think I paid right around $42 or $45 for it. And I've just kind of kept it in an airtight ever since. I like airtights. I know that's not for everybody. They can be quite expensive, but I like them for my Morgans. I have been slowly upgrading my Morgan dollars to slabs, and mostly those have been put into, or I mostly buy the PCGS slabs. I do have quite a few NGC slabs as well, but I do prefer them in the PCGS slabs. All right, let's get this back into its airtight. We'll put this down, and then let's talk about the 1879S. So I had said that the mintage for this coin is 9,110,000, And in the Red Book, they actually divide that. They have the 1879 S Morgan dollar with the reverse of 1878. And that mintage they estimate to be 500,000. And then there is the 1879 S with the reverse of 1879. And they say, or they estimate the mintage to be about 8,600,000. Of course, this one here that we're looking at is a nice example of an 1879 S with the reverse of an 1879. We'll go a little bit deeper in that in a minute, but I just wanted to look at the nice toning here on the obverse. There is a little bit of haze in this coin, like I said last week's Morgan Dollar Mondays, but I am hesitant to dip this coin because I do really like the rim toning here. This is a nicer coin compared to the other one. I know some people might say, yeah, this is just another nice MS63, and I think that they'd be right. This is, I think, is a nice choice coin. I don't think it would fall into that MS64 range, but maybe if I was lucky. It does have a little bit of a PL quality on it, not a whole lot, but that's not uncommon with the 1879 S's. And you can see, well, we'll look at the die polish in a little bit. The die polish is fairly easy to see, especially at certain angles. So we'll look at that. Let's get a closer look at the reverse. So why is this the reverse of the 1879? Well, it really all comes down to the arrow feathers, and when we look at the arrow feathers, you're wanting to look to see if the arrow feathers are parallel or if they're slanted. If they're parallel, like this one is not, see that upper feather there? That's kind of slanted. That's why we know it's an 1879. If it was parallel, then we would know that it is the reverse of the 1878. But you can see right there it is slanted, that top feather in the arrows, and that's why we know that this is the reverse of the 1879. So this is the more common, and because of that, it's not as expensive than the other 1879 S with the reverse of the 1878. So you can see all these lines here. Those are not cleaning marks. That's all die polish from when they polished the dies and then started striking again. How we know it's die polish is all those lines. You'll see that it doesn't cross over any of the devices or the legends. It's all in the fields, and it's all kind of going underneath, if you will, all of the devices and legends. So that is why we know that that is die polish. On the obverse here, you get to see a little bit of that, but not as much. Again, just looking at this toning, I really like that toning. I know it's not for everybody, but I enjoy that toning. It just looks really, really beautiful on this coin. You can see a little bit of die polish there at that angle. You can see how that, just those lines. Again, this is just a really nice coin. Again, these are not super expensive. You can pick these up relatively cheap, even slabbed. You know, I think a nice MS65 example can be anywhere between $250 and $350. You know, so I do plan on upgrading this coin, but I do like it. I don't know, I might send it in to see if I can get a nice MS63 grade on this. You can see the haze. I don't think the haze is PVC. I think it's just from being in a book somewhere for a long time, because you can see that the luster's still very nice on this coin. I don't think this coin's been dipped too much. It is got some PL quality, nothing fantastic. I don't think this would grade PL, so I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that with the 1879 S, PL quality is very common. So you can see, you can barely see, you can see my loop fairly clearly. I'm trying to see if you can see the writing on my loop, but it's not really coming through. So, but you get the sense that there is some reflectivity here. But again, I'm not saying that if I sent this in that this would grade PL, because I don't think it would at all, not even close. All right, let's get this back into its airtight. Again, I like the airtights. You know, but one last look at this coin. I like the luster, but I love S coins. The San Francisco Mint Morgans are my favorite, and I'm continuing to kind of work on that collection for for the collection here at Massabesic Gold and Silver. Well, thank you for joining me today for our Morgan Dollar Mondays with Massabesic Gold and Silver. I hope you keep coming back, and if this was the first time that you checked out our channel, please go back and look at our playlists. We have a lot of videos on Morgans and on other Canadian and American numismatics. Please put in the comments if you enjoy collecting Morgans, if you enjoy collecting raw Morgans, or if you enjoy them more in slabs. And let us know, too, if you like them circulated or if you like them in this BU state. I hope that you all keep coming back, and until we meet again, stay safe and enjoy.